What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Tiger Tea. I'm Tyler, and today, checking out more Domix, we got Gold Dug. So you imagine it's like, I imagine it's gonna be, he's got a girl trying to get his money, that sort of thing. Maybe liked her a lot in the beginning, so it didn't really, didn't really notice it. And we watched some Domix stuff at the time, so we kind of have like a tiny bit of a read on his personality. I mean, listen, the last Domix video we did, I think, was him getting scammed from like a pyramid scheme. So it's like, Again, I'm not saying you have to be gullible to be gold dug, but like, it happens, right? It happens to the best of us. So let's see what their experience is. There's a helicopter outside. I don't think you can hear it. Helicopter's going crazy. Let's see. It would help if I hit play. Hello there. It's all good, man. Mental health. Sweet.
A couple of years ago, I got offered to be in a commercial for a certain product. During that time, I
Cool.
had just recently started dating this girl, probably no more than a month. I told her about the gig and how excited I was because I've never been in a commercial before, nor have I ever commercially acted. But I was nervous about it and thought it'd be nice if a friend was able to accompany me. A girlfriend, if I may. I wanted the moral support, and also it was early enough in the relationship that I still felt the need to try and impress her. And that is what led to my downfall. I asked the production team if it was okay to invite a friend to witness the scenes from behind, and they said of
The
course,
scenes from
and continued to
behind.
offer that whoever I invited could even be extras in some shots.
Ooh.
Awesome, I thought. But sadly, everyone else I knew was unavailable because filming was going to be super early in the morning. So I asked my girlfriend, at the time, if she wanted to come and if she was interested in being an extra. No dialogue required, minimal camera exposure, minimum pressure. Like the
Nice.
commercial, she simply needed to pretend to be a friend while holding a cup of coffee. She was down and excited, and
I
said I'd
love
let her
the
know about when
dance.
to meet once I find out about the call time, which for me turned out to be 6 a.m.
That's
She
early.
complained that it was way too early, and while I agreed because it would take me 2 hours to get there, it wasn't really up for negotiation. I know filming heavily depends on good lighting, and you can't exactly negotiate with the sun. She still wanted to come, so I asked the team if they actually needed her the whole time, and they said not until later on in the day at a specific location. Cool. I told her when and where to meet according to the schedule of locations we needed to hit on the day of
The
filming. I
furious
think this
nodding
was
is
around
great.
mid-January, peak Canadian winter cold, and I wasn't exactly allowed to wear what I wanted while on camera. They had me shop with the stylist a week prior, and as good as I looked, I knew I'd freeze my ass off. Thankfully, the team was very accommodating during the filming, making sure that in between shots, I got into a jacket and filled all my pockets with heat packs because no way could I survive the negative 30-degree weather with just a vest. Unfortunately, and sometimes this is just the nature of productions, things started falling behind schedule. Some things came up and we needed to switch around the order of the locations. And because of this, it meant that my girlfriend, at the time, would have to wait longer than I initially told her to.
That
I
sucks.
tried my best to communicate with her to make sure she was okay and gave constant updates on filming. But I could tell she was getting more impatient every time my text was anything but, "We're here." Luckily, her location was at a coffee shop, so she was at least able to get out of the cold. But waiting sucks, nonetheless. I understood that,
That's
especially
true.
when we
Yeah.
were 2 hours late to the
Ooh. Yeah,
location.
that is kind of
Big
rough.
yikes. Negative boyfriend points. I'm screwed. When we finally got there, I went straight to her and apologized like crazy. She was upset, of course, understandably, so I offered to treat her to dinner afterwards from anywhere she wanted within driving distance. I proposed KBBQ. She sounded excited, and I assumed things were settled. She looked like she felt better, and after a quick lunch break, we continued on with filming. The scenes went relatively smoothly, and soon enough, we were done. I thanked the
Nice.
team for their hard
Sweet.
work, and then we went off to our dinner date. Had some good food, and then I went home. I'm sure glad things worked out.
Well, the
A couple
face.
of days later, I sent her a release form that she had to sign and send back to production, which is basically an agreement document that gives them permission to use the footage of her that they filmed. When I read her email that I was CC'd in, I joked to her about it because it looked kinda empty. Granted, it was just for a document attachment, but I did want good relations with this team, and at the least expected, I don't know, a complete sentence? Maybe I was overthinking it. Anyway,
Yeah.
she was offended by my comment, saying she didn't want to be pretentiously polite and professional, especially with how much I made her wait on the day of filming. I once again tried to explain
Sure.
how it was out of my control, and all I really could do is show my remorse. We argued about it a bit more, and it eventually led to me asking what exactly I could do to make amends, and she replied with, "Pay me."
What?
She wanted to get paid for her time, more specifically the 2 hours that made her wait, the acting she did for the one scene, and she also wanted to charge me for the BB cream I used for the shoot, which she gave to me as a gift, by the way. Yep, she wanted to charge me a whole bottle's worth of BB cream for the few droplets I used on my face for filming. I wasn't sure how to react to this properly. In hindsight, yeah, my bad for not clarifying that she wasn't getting paid. That misunderstanding was my fault. When I invited her, I thought it was more of a, "Hey, this is pretty cool, you want to be a part of it" kind of invitation. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? She was free to decline, and the production team wasn't exactly short on people to be extras. It was a very minor role that would occupy like 2.5% of the commercial, and that is exactly how much she asked to be paid. Which is where the problem was, really. I agreed pretty easily with her wanting to be paid because I understood the concept that people should be compensated for their time.
Agree.
But it didn't
Agree.
make sense to me why it wasn't a flat sum or an hourly rate. She wanted a percentage share of my earnings. And this put me in a spot because I really didn't want to reveal how much I was making to someone I had just recently started dating.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
had the
I
right to
understand that.
privacy. You know, I probably could have just made up a number. Yep, I should have just lied.
Probably.
Yeah, I made $10 from this commercial. Here's 25 cents plus $14 for the BB cream. Thank you. Anyway, it turned out to be a couple $100. And you know what the best part is? The production team had to scrap half of the footage. Yep, the client requested some changes with some shots, and it just so happens that the coffee shop scene was one of the few that got rejected. The team had to rewrite the script a bit, and we had to book another day to shoot the new scenes. They apologized and said my girlfriend was welcome to come again.
Nope.
They wouldn't
Nope.
need any extras this time. Oh, thank goodness. Now she won't have to charge me 5%. Yeah, I still paid her the 2.5%. And for the BB cream. And then she roasted me for not knowing how to apply it properly.
Yo, she sucks. Yo, she sucks, man. That was a garbage human being. Oh, I mean, that might be a little harsh, but like, what? I totally understand being upset that you have to wait 2 hours, right? Like, that happens. But like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, there was definitely some miscommunication there. I mean, especially if, Domix, he didn't mention to her that this wasn't going to be a paying gig. Although I feel like common sense, like, I don't know, like if my friend, right, it if I had a really close friend or a person I was dating, right, if they were like, "Hey, I'm in this commercial, they're looking for some extras to just kind of, be in there," right? Well, actually, that's not even how it started. It started with him being like, "Hey, so, do you want to come with me to this thing? It's pretty cool, and I just kind of want someone there with me." Like, "Oh, cool, yeah, I got you." And they're like, "Oh, well, also, they say that anyone I bring, they could be in the commercial for a little, just need a little extra, little side thing, right?" I'd be like, "Okay, cool, cool, cool," like that. That to me, if that's how it was presented to me, and it kind of feels like that's how it was, similarly presented by Domix, I wouldn't really assume I'd be getting paid for that. I would assume that I'm just there. I mean, maybe I don't know. I think at some point I would probably ask, like, "Hey, am I like getting paid for this, or is this kind of like, just be in the background or whatever, And like, I could see how the girl assumed it's be getting paid because, like, like Domix said, like, people who do work, if they do it correctly, obviously, um, then they should be paid for it. You should be compensated for the work you do, right? You don't do anything for free. Um, and so I get that side of it, but also, like, I think my position, I would have asked at some point, but I don't know. It's tough. Like, I still feel like her being so adamant about it is like really strange and like kind of a red flag. And also like you're gonna pay me for the little bit of makeup or whatever that you let me use. Like what? Like aren't we dating? And like I'm gonna add like what? Like going out to like a restaurant and like wanting to split the bill, or you got this one, I got the next one. Like that's normal, right? That's what should happen. I don't know. Like it's so weird. It's like I don't know. I don't know. Like that's so strange to me. Like you like offering your friend a stick of gum and then being like, all right, well you gotta pay me for that. The whole pack was $2. There's like 15 sticks in here. Give me a dime or something. Like that's so strange. I don't know. That just seems super petty. Like super petty. The whole 2 hours thing, totally get that. The slight miscommunication with being paid, understand that. But then like the lengths that she went to, that's a red flag. I don't like that. But yeah, let me know what you thought of that. Gold Doug. Let me know other stuff I should watch. Until next time, watch more cartoons.